Literally talking about my high school every day to get to the field at Stanford. So it's a pretty cool place. Yeah, I haven't really been moving around much, but yeah, I grew up in Palo Alto.
Did you grow up at all aspiring to play at Sunken Diamond?
Yeah, so I actually had a couple Stanford camps, and I played there, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I played here in the spring at the college level. I'm like, wow, I never thought I'd be here. It was a great experience and honestly a great memory to have.
Xander, you did, from what I read, had some interest from Big West schools, from some Pac-12 schools, other opportunities. You ended up at UCSB. Tell me a little bit about that path and that choice.
Yeah, so I mean, UCSB definitely wasn't my first choice, but then the moment I took my official visit and I got on campus, I fell in love with the place, and I realized that this was the spot I was going to be, and I'm so glad I made that decision. I'm super grateful for everything Santa Barbara has to offer. And
you're being coached by a former Beaver, I hope. Andrew Checketts is a good man.
He's a mastermind. It's only been 1 year, and I've learned so many different things that I had no idea about baseball. And honestly, I think it's a great experience because not everyone has that, can be taught under him. So he's taught a lot of things about baseball to me that I don't think a lot of guys get. So I'm very grateful for that.
Last couple of things with Xander Darby, the Knights in Port Angeles with a huge fireworks show before a sellout crowd here tonight. It's going to be quite an atmosphere. Xander, I also read that in high school, I don't see this very often. You played basketball. I see that a lot. But water polo, that's a tough sport. Physically, that's just unbelievably demanding. Tell me a little bit about that choice and how has that helped you in your baseball life?
So when I got to my freshman year at Palo Alto High School, my parents said I had to play a fall sport, and I wasn't allowed to play football. So it was either water polo or cross country, and I didn't want to be a cross country guy. So I picked water polo, and I actually grew up on the swim team a little bit for probably 4 years or so. So I had a little bit of swimming experience, and I barely made the team freshman year because I had lost my swimming capabilities, but I always had a strong arm in the pool. And yeah, I learned the game. It took me a while, and I improved a lot. And by sophomore year, I was on the varsity team and was starting. We actually won our section championship team, but it was a great experience because it took me away from baseball, which not a lot of guys get. And I'm really glad I was able to have a couple other sports besides baseball.
And the physical demands of water polo, I would imagine, help you get in some pretty darn good shape too, right?
Yeah, there were some issues because I wasn't the biggest guy the first 2 years of high school, so I was trying to put on muscle, and it's a lot of cardio, and it's a great workout. But some of my strength coaches were a little concerned about that, but it worked out in the end. With COVID and all, I was able to get in the weight room a lot, and I couldn't swim a lot, but it was a great mix looking back on it.
Xander, thank you for taking time to share some of your story and your thoughts. I've enjoyed watching you play and look forward to the rest of the summer. Thanks for taking time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No problem.
Xander Darby, my guest. That wraps up the pregame show. We've got the first pitch, 7:15, first pitch to be delivered. Big night ahead, fireworks to follow, and about 4,000 souls in the ballpark tonight. Thanks for joining us on 1240 Joe Radio.
A drip, drip down the drain, or a leak you can't explain.
Whether it's residential or commercial service, Albin's Plumbing has been serving the local area with quality products and craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Albin's Plumbing, experience plus knowledge times teamwork equals exceptional customer service.
Garrett, I'm going to take one more break at the end of 90. I just want to make sure we can sign off quickly tonight, not have to, like we did last night, try to get as many breaks as we can.
Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails, and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get 20 online at davesperformancehybrids.com. Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30, except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West
of 40 Joe Radio.
Back at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field as we get ready for the night. Coach Matt Greeley looks this way. Leading off in center field, Adam Paganelli. Anthony Kadoma batting second at third base. Riley Parker hitting third field. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, Trey Maker. Batting seventh, At second base, Isaiah Munoz. Batting 8th in left field, Andres Quinones will get the start for the Port Angeles Lefties. For the Corvallis off and catching, Tyler Quinn. Batting second at shortstop, Spencer Scott. Hitting third at first base, Kiko Romero. The cleanup hitter at second base, Brady Lavoie hitting sixth in right field. Ethan Lovelace batting seventh in center. Titus Dimitru hitting eighth in left field. Mound for the Corvallis Knights out of South Salem High School, and a right-hander from Oregon State, Ryan Brown. Is off. Ryan Brown is making his third appearance, strikeouts, and he's ready to go to Adam Paganelli before a sellout crowd. Tonight still coming in at Goss in the first pitch. He did that last night against Matthew Ager. Got a base hit to center field. Paganelli does the same thing again, jumping on in the first inning last night. And eventually built a 6-1 lead. The Knights came roaring back to win 10-6. Anthony Kadoma, as he scored a couple of runs. The first pitch goes off the mitt of Tyler Quinn, and Paganelli did not have the best in Brown. With Paganelli at first, a count to Kadoma. 1 ball and no strikes as we get underway. The fans still coming in. And better throughout the day. Mostly cloudy, kind of dark all day long. Kadoma bunts foul up along first. A little past 7:15 tonight. The weather right now probably as good as it's been all day long. Thank you for tuning our way on this 3rd of July. Oregon State Credit Union presenting the annual fire. 1 ball and 1 strike to Anthony Kadoma, just getting started in Game 3 with the Knights seeking a sweep of the Port Angeles Lefties. Bat back and takes down and in. 2 balls and a strike to Anthony Kadoma. Anthony making his debut for the Lefties. He's at 286 with a double and a run batted in. 2-1 to Kadoma, up along third, foul. And that evens the count to Anthony at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carlos Ramirez coaching at third and calls the offense. Knights defensively, a battery of Ryan Brown and Tyler Quinn. Kiko Romero at first, Mason Lee at second, Spencer Scott at short, Timo Becerra at third in right. Brown comes set, and the 2-2 pitch on the way to Kadoma, a 2-hopper towards Scott. He feeds Lee for slick turn by Mason Lee, and Anthony Kadoma out by half a step. Single by Adam Paganelli. 2 outs, nobody on for Riley Parker. Parker stepping in, having a strong summer. The way to Riley, breaking ball in there for a strike. Parker at 330, a homer, and a team leading 18 runs batted in. Now, 2 outs, nobody on. The strike 1 pitch from Ryan Brown, fastball in there, and the count 0-2. Ethan Walker Stadium in Lentz Park tomorrow will be on the air at 3:20 for the first of 2. Behind the bag, throws to Kiko Romero for the out to retire the side. A leadoff single for Paganelli, but thanks to the double play, Ryan Brown. The Lefties nothing, the Knights coming up on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great... We have it all at the Natty Dresser. From hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom-made Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel reliability, they feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a
Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at LynnBentonTractor.com.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound.
When are you going to start working on our deck and get myself? I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today.
Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
For home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits. Our food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 14.
For the Knights against left-hander Andres Quinones. The 1-0 pitch knocked down by Quinones, almost knocked him down, comes off, fields, and throws to left-hander for the Port Angeles Lefties. The ball was ripped back up the middle by Tyler Quinn, the Knights' leading hitter, and hard, but isn't out thanks to the quick reflexes of left-hander Andres Quinones. No score, bottom of the first inning. Quinones listed at 5'7" of a player's weight. Quinones, 5'7", 130 pounds. Spencer Scott takes low, the 1-0 fast on the smallish side, but he's had not a great summer, but had a very good spring at Cal State San Bernardino. He delivers a 1 to run the count to 1-2. Quinones at Cal State San Bernardino started 13 games, appeared in 15. Quinones' 1-2 pitch misses for ball 2, 2-2. To Spencer Scott. No score on the fastball. Small or not, had enough on it. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 down. Kiko Romero, the batter. What it is, I almost think you could make a film someday about Dalkowski. Believed to be the hardest thrower in the history of baseball. Quinones trots down to first, getting hit by the pitch. Mason Lee will come to the plate in the cleanup spot for the Knights. Dalkey have to be Randy Johnson-esque to have the type of power that can be generated from the legs. A pitcher who never pitched a day in the major leagues, indeed, is believed to be the fastest pitcher ever. And there have been articles. It really is an amazing tale. Mason Lee, the batter, the first pitch to Mason missing 2-0. Quinones this summer has not won a 2-0 pitch for a strike to Mason Lee. Mason at 273 with 8 runs batted in. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Kiko Romero misses down and in. 3 balls and a strike to Mason Lee. The attendance has already, in a very real sense, been announced at 10:34. The 3-1 pitch to Mason Lee is low for ball 4. Quinones getting 2, walk Lee, and Briley Knight comes to the plate. Briley playing in his 4th game with the Knights, getting ankle injury on May 13th, and just kind of getting back into shape. I asked him how he felt after playing down in Springfield, a couple 100%. He gets a good swing here and rips it foul above the protective netting into the Jack Riley Concourse area where many fans, unfortunately, the ball did not hit one of them. That ball got into the stands in a hurry. Romero, the pitch is outside, the throw to third is not in time. Brooke Knight a little upset that Mason Lee did not. Was Romero going on his own or a sign missed by Mason Lee? Whatever the case, Brooke motioned to perhaps a sign missed, or at least Mason should have been going once he saw that Kiko had taken off. The 1-1 pitch missing down and away, ball. No score in the bottom of the first inning. The Knights seeking a sweep of this 3-game series with the Port Angeles Lefties. The throw to first is in time, and the Knights leave 2. No runs, no hits to 1240 Joe Radio.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional fried chicken dumplings or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Same, but different.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the second inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. No score. Right-hander Ryan Brown ready to face Ethan Floodstrom. Ethan will be followed by Will Moeffler and then Trey Maker. First pitch off speed from Ryan, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Adam Paganelli opened the game last inning, swinging at the first pitch and getting a base hit. Not quite as dramatic as the first pitch of the game today at T-Mobile Park. Julio Rodriguez, the first pitch in the bottom of the first inning, I should say. Swung at the first pitch and homered, and the Mariners went on to win 2-1 behind a brilliant performance, Cy Young-like, from Robbie Ray, and the Mariners suddenly have some life. The strike one pitch swung on and fouled away by Ethan, the count 0-2. The Mariners have won 5 of 6, 10 of 13, and 4 consecutive series. Good for them. The strike two pitch change low from Ryan. 1-2 the count to Ethan Floodstrom, leading things off for the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the second inning. Port Angeles trying to get out of Corvallis with a win. The Knights taking the first two, 11-1 and 10-6. No score here. The 1-2 fastball hit foul Waldo away to the left of the McGrath family press box. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Floodstrom at .217, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. Ryan Brown reading his battery mate Tyler Quinn. The right-hander to the plate, and the changeup is poked toward the gap into left center field. It'll drop on a bounce in front of Ethan Lovelace, who plays it back into Spencer Scott. Nice job by Ethan. Stayed back and hit behind the ball. Dunked it into left center field. So, for the second straight inning, a leadoff single for the Port Angeles Lefties, and that'll bring Will Moeffler to the plate. I was able to visit with Will before the game, and what has been a bit of a mystery for me, I had resolved thanks to my conversation with a very nice young man in Will Moeffler. He is indeed the grandson of the outstanding journalist whom we lost in January of 2021, Bill Moeffler. Outstanding golf writer, journalist, editor, a force in Portland area sports from 1959 through all the way through his passing in 2021. Will Moeffler takes a strike, the count 0-1. Ryan Brown back to the plate. Good breaking ball in there, the count 0-2. Bill passed away in January of 21. Bill's daughter, Mary Lou Moeffler, getting ready for her 39th year as the head coach for the University of Washington women's golf team. Wow, that's amazing. And Mary Lou's son, Will, at the plate. Swings and taps 1-2. Spencer Scott shovels to Lee for one. On to first, not in time. The Knights almost turning for the second straight inning. A 6-4-3 double play, but Will Moeffler with a little bit better speed, able to get down the line and avert the double play. So Moeffler aboard on the fielder's choice, 6-4. Mary Lou Moeffler went to Grant High School. I believe graduated in '76, graduated from the University of Washington in 1980. Matt Greeley comes down to talk to Chris, who comes out to talk to Isaac. I'm not sure what about. The Knights certainly had recorded an out at second, unless Greeley felt that maybe the neighborhood play was liberalized and that Lee may not have been on the bag when he made the turn and throw to first, but the out stands and Moeffler aboard on the fielder's choice. Will enjoyed a pretty good spring at the University of Iowa. coming out of Mercer Island High School, going to Tacoma Community College, and parlaying his opportunity at Tacoma CC into a D1 opportunity in the Big Ten with the Hawkeyes. Moeffler at first base with one out, no score in the second. Trey Maker fouls one into the stands to the left. No balls and one strike. Ryan Brown again from the stretch comes to the plate. Fastball hit foul off to the left towards Waldo Way and out of play in the count 0-2. I asked Will about the year they had in Iowa City. He said, well, we went 36-18, finished second of the Big Ten, and got left out. He felt it was the year of the snub for the Big Ten Conference. Well, they'll never get snubbed again with USC and UCLA coming. No balls and two strikes. Ryan Brown from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch down and in. Now the hitter, Trey Maker, was trying to ask for time, and it wasn't granted. Brown threw the pitch, and it's low and in anyway. So the count 1-2, no harm done for Maker. Trey was looking to step out of the box. Maker from Houston and from Vin Scully country and Vince Lombardi country in Fordham. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike three. Ryan Brown getting his first strikeout. 2 down in the inning. And Isaiah Munoz will be the batter. And I'm not sure. I have not been apprised of the 50-50 raffle tonight here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Always supportive of the nonprofits that have the opportunity to share their message and make some money by selling 50-50 raffle tickets. I'd like to see a brochure. I'd like to know just whom is selling and what they're selling. The first pitch, a strike to Isaiah Munoz. No balls and a strike the count. 2 outs, 1 on. No score, top of the second. The strike one fastball swung on and missed. And the count 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 down to Munoz. You may have heard the question, who are you? I'm trying to figure out if I could get a brochure, please. No balls and 2 strikes. And Ryan Brown to the plate. Fastball, strike 3 call. This isn't last night. It's a new night. And that's a strike. As well it should be. And the inning is over. Another leadoff single, but once again, they come up empty to the Port Angeles Lefties. And at the end of 1.5, it remains the Port Angeles Lefties nothing and the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Brady Lavoie shows bunt, takes down and away. Ball 1, leading things off for the Knights in the bottom of the second inning. No score. Andres Quinones back to the plate, misses away. Ball 2. 2-0. Brady Lavoie, Ethan Lovelace, Titus Dimitru, with Chris establishing a more liberal zone tonight than his predecessor. Lavoie swings and whacks it into center field. Base hit. Brady Lavoie leading things off for the Knights with a solid single to center here in the bottom of the second inning. Brady starting the night at 273, blasted a 3-run home run last night that was the key hit of the game. The Knights were down 6-1 at the time, and after his swing that he got high into the air and got a little push from the wind, he hit it well, got a little help. It went from 6-1 to 6-4, and the comeback was on in earnest. The Knights came all the way back to win 10-6. Ethan Lovelace, the batter, shows bunt, takes a strike. Ethan at 231, a homer, and 8 runs batted in. No score, bottom of the second inning. The sun shining brightly now, making it tough on Jashalecki in left. The 0-1 pitch is dunked down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It will land foul by about 6 inches down the line. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Ethan. Last night we had a controversial play involving a ball driven down the left field line that was foul. Foul by 8 to 12 inches probably. Called fair originally, and eventually the call was reversed. That one was easy to read and a quick and emphatic call by Chris, the home plate umpire. No balls and 2 strikes. I still was quite surprised that the Knights had the call, which was originally a 3-run double that would have put Port Angeles up 5-0. That call was overturned, and that, I think, quite honestly, was the difference in the game. If you down 5-0 after 1, now I know you could tell me, yeah, but you scored 10. I know, but I think it gave the game a different feel. The strike 2 pitch is in the turf to Ethan Lovelace. 1-2 the count. 3 runs came in on the double, and they were all sent back to their bases after the call was reversed. And on what grounds it was reversed, I still don't fully understand. 1-2 to Ethan Lovelace. No score here, bottom of the second. Ethan takes outside from Quinones, ball 2. 2-2. The 50-50 raffle, and it's a great cause. The South Willamette Valley Honor Flight, honoring our veterans in Benton, Lane, Lincoln, and Lynn counties. The 2-2 pitch, instead of throw to first, back to the bag goes Brady Lavoie. My dad was getting interested. He would have been 100 coming up 2 days from now. Born on July 5th of 1922. The pitch on the way to Lovelace, hooked deep down the right field line in the corner. A foul ball, well struck. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And my dad was, near the end of his life, was getting closer to going on one of those honor flights. His health took a turn in the direction that he wasn't able to do it, but he was certainly getting excited about the possibility of receiving one of these honor flights himself. The 2-2 pitch swung out and missed, strike 3. Ethan Lovelace retired. Titus Dimitru, the hitter. So if you see the 50-50 raffle tickets being sold, know that you're supporting the South Willamette Valley Honor Flight. They're accepting applications from veterans who served anytime, anywhere between the beginning of World War II and the end of the Vietnam War. And they reckon that on the dates 12/7/41 to 5/7/75. So again, I hope you're able to support tonight and buy a raffle ticket or 2 to support South Willamette Valley Honor Flight on this 3rd of July. 1 ball and no strikes to Titus Dimitru. No score, bottom of the second. Andres Quinones delivers just outside. Ball 2, 2-0 to Titus. Standing in at 283, 13 runs batted in. Again, a delight to visit with his father, Daniel, last night, as we talked about during the course of the game. Hope that Daniel's back here tonight. He might be up there working in Portland. 2-0 pitch, a check swing by Titus. He goes around. The count 2-1. Big crowd, 3,334, the anticipated number to be announced. Part of it, the TNT Builders Party Deck Group of Windermere Real Estate, CG Industries in KC Corner, and they all cheer as Dimitru whacks one toward the gap into right center field. Brady Lavoie rounding third and will score. Dimitru on his way for 3. The relay to third, not nearly in time. Dimitru triples. The Knights lead it 1-0. Titus Dimitru with a flair for the dramatic here before what will be the largest crowd of the season. The aforementioned 3,334 triples into the alley in right center field. And the Knights with a 1-0 lead for Timo Becerra, who has a chance to get a second run even with an out. Timo takes a strike, 0-1 the count. 1-0 Knights, bottom of the second inning. Quinones works out of the windup, delivers to Timo just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Becerra. The 14th run batted in of the summer for Titus Dimitru. Now Timo Becerra trying to follow with one of his own. Quinones to the plate. The 1-1 pitch, a chopper towards second. This will get a run home. Backhanded by Munoz, and the throw pulls the first baseman Floodstrom off the bag. And safely in at first is Becerra on the throwing error by Munoz. An RBI, nevertheless, for Timo Becerra, with Dimitru coming in to score, and the Knights lead it 2-0. Tyler Quinn, the batter. Quinn drilled one back up the middle, a one-hopper that Quinones managed to knock down and then pick up and get a handle on to throw Tyler out last inning. Quinn swings at the first pitch and fouls it into Urchin Alley, our first action in the alley. Probably a lot of youngsters will be out there tonight seeking souvenirs, but certainly a huge crowd, the largest we'll see all year. Enjoying the Knights getting on the board here in the second. A throw to first base. Timo Becerra back to the bag. Timo picking up the run batted in, his 5th of the summer. The pitch to Tyler misses a bit high and inside. 1-1 the count to the Knights' leading hitter, Tyler Quinn, starting the ball game at .375. A triple for Tyler on the year, 5 runs batted in. Dimitru, by the way, picked up his second triple here in this bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Corvallis. The pitch to Tyler, a strike, and the count 1-2. Quinones working out of the stretch, glancing over at Becerra, who goes. The 1-2 pitch, pop foul off first. And this will land in the Jack Riley concourse below the Omaha room, which, by the way, the Hotel Corvallis Omaha room featuring Tyler Childers, Wells Fargo Advisors tonight. Enjoying the ball game from the Omaha room view. And all will enjoy the view no matter where in this ballpark after the game with the annual fireworks show. There'll be another fireworks show later in the year, but this is the big one, the first one. Always around Independence Day proper. Tomorrow, our 246th birthday as a nation. The pitch missing inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Quinn. Becerra goes. The pitch is low and inside. And the throw to second, not nearly in time. Becerra is in with the stolen base, his second of the summer. The Knights now have 55 steals on the year, 2 more tonight. By comparison, the Port Angeles Lefties have stolen 33. The Knights starting the night a game and a half up in the South on Ridgefield, 2.5 up on Bend. A doubleheader tomorrow in Portland against the Pickles, who are in the hunt. They're 2.5 back. 3:30 and 7 tomorrow night. These are makeup games. They're not on your pocket schedule. A 2-hopper wide of third, fielded by Kadoma. His throw to first gets by Ethan Floodstrom. Coming in to score, Timo Becerra, and racing into second on the second error of the inning is Tyler Quinn. And the Knights lead it 3-0. Kadoma ranged far to his left and then misfired to Floodstrom at first. And on the throwing error that got by Floodstrom, Becerra able to score. So the Knights with a 3-0 lead. Head coach Matt Greeley on his way out to the mound for a conversation with his pitcher, Andres Quinones, who is 0-4 on the season. But again, a guy that was very productive for Cal State San Bernardino this past spring. There will be one more fireworks show, and that will take place on August 6th. So make sure that if you miss out tonight somehow, family activities, that'll be Saturday night, the 6th of August, with Ridgefield in town, the second and only other fireworks show here in the summer of 2022. At least the calendar says it's summer. How we're feeling here tonight and the weather the last few days and how it's expected for the rest of the week doesn't sound especially summery. But as always, Pacific Northwesterners making the most of it. A huge crowd here, and they've come well prepared. Bundled, blankets, hoodies, etc., which will all be needed and in full use by the time the fireworks show gets underway at the end of the game, which is probably around 9:45, 10 o'clock if things go according to usual form. Baseball doesn't always cooperate that way, though. The pitch on the way is in the turf, a wild pitch. Tyler Quinn goes to third. And Spencer Scott with an opportunity to pick up an RBI with an out. He struck out last inning. We had a ball game here. I don't remember the year. It feels like it's about 8, 9, 10 years ago. I'd like to get the exact year nailed down someday. The pitch to Scott hit foul. I remember it. We had a fireworks show planned for after the ball game. And a call in the ninth inning that would have ended the game. The pitch to Scott lifted to right. This will be deep enough to score Tyler Quinn. Will Moeffler makes the catch, and Quinn comes home, and the Knights lead it 4-0 on the sacrifice fly for Spencer Scott. So the Knights are cashing in the opportunities. Spencer Scott executing the game well to pick up his 12th run batted in of the summer. Kiko Romero, the batter. It was one of those moments that it was just unbelievable. The Knights turned a double play in the top of the ninth inning. There was a runner at third representing the tying run. And the Knights turned a double play, and the guy was out at first. He was out by half a step, maybe even more. But he was out. The umpire ruled safe. That tied the game in the top of the ninth inning. And I think we played 16 or 17, and the fireworks went off at about 1 in the morning, with most of the full house crowd gone. I just remember thinking, look, even if the guy wasn't out, call him out. Read the room, read the situation. The 2-0 pitch to Romero, outside ball 3. And the sad thing was that he was out. The Knights turned a legitimate double play. But if it's close in that situation with 3,500 people here ready to watch fireworks on the 3rd of July, you can make the out call and no one will whimper unless it's blatantly a brutal call, which it wouldn't have been in either case. Called safe, and the game played on deep into the night. The 3-0 pitch down the middle for a strike to Kiko Romero, and the count 3-1. And I just remember, fans with each extra inning. After the 10th inning, some left. After the 11th, more left. After the 12th, more left. The 3-1 pitch to Kiko, outside ball 4. 4-0 Knights, bottom of the second. Kiko hit by a pitch last inning. Walks here in the second. Mason Lee, the batter. After the 13th inning, more. After the 14th, even. By the time we got to the 16th, when I think the game was settled, there was a smattering of people left from the 30,000 plus. Maybe 200 or 300 people that watch fireworks at 1 in the morning. So, again, the Knights lead this one 4-0. You hope that all shall remain well and that we'll get the fireworks show off in a timely manner. But that's still a ways off. We're only in the second. The pitch to Mason Lee is high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch missing, 2-0 the count. Nothing will probably ever match, though, the 4th of July in 1985. The Mets and Braves at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium with a fireworks show planned for right after the game. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 2-1 to Lee. Mason drew a walk last inning. The Mets and Braves contrived to play 19 innings that night. And the fireworks went off at 4:01 in the morning. The 2-1 pitch drilled foul down the left field line, and the count 2-2. I mean, whoever made the decision in the county to say, well, we've got these fireworks, there was very few souls, small gathering, a sellout crowd. Again, very much the game kept going and going and going. And at 4:01 a.m. in Atlanta, fireworks went off, and the police departments were getting calls, fire departments. What's going on? Is there an invasion? I mean, you have at 4:01 in the morning a full fireworks show beginning. Again, I bring up these things hoping that we'll avoid such a scenario. Romero goes, the pitch is high, the throw goes into center field. Romero gets up, races to third, he's in there. A stolen base for Kiko Romero, and the third error of the inning on the Port Angeles Lefties, this one on the catcher, Travis Helm. And so the count, meanwhile, to Mason Lee, 2 balls and 2 strikes in a sloppy inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch to Lee, swung on and hit foul to our right, and a fan had a chance to make a catch. He bobbled it. That's the 4th error of the inning, this one on the fan. But he read it well. He was in good position. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Quinones to the plate, the 3-2 pitch, missing. High and away for ball 4 to Mason Lee. Tough inning for Andres Quinones, and certainly for these Port Angeles Lefties. They had a good shot at winning last night's ball game. Led it big early, had a 6-1 lead, and squandered it. And they have not played clean baseball here in this second inning tonight. Out to the mound goes Travis Helm. A single, a double, 3 errors, a sac fly. Now 2 walks in the inning, 3 in the game yielded by Quinones, as well as a hit batter. And the Knights with a 4-0 lead before this big crowd at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, and some of them still coming in. One of them just brushed our little crowd microphone walking by, oblivious to that fact, and that's fine. The batter is Briley Knight with runners at the corners and 2 down. Briley grounded to third in his first at-bat. A left-on-left matchup. The pitch to Briley popped up to shallow right field. Going out is Isaiah Munoz. The right fielder, Mofler, comes in. Mofler calls for it, makes the catch to retire the side. The Knights bat around, sending 9 to the plate. 4 of them come home. And at the end of 2, Corvallis 4, Port Angeles nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
4-0 Knights as we go to the top of the third inning. Ryan Brown pumps a fastball through for a strike to Jesh Leckie. 0-1 the count. Jesh Leckie, Travis Helm, and Adam Paganelli. The Lefties have singles in each of the first 2 innings from their leadoff hitters. 0-1 to right-hand hitting Jesh Leckie. Brown to the plate. Swung on and missed. Jesh out of New Mexico Military Institute, Roswell, New Mexico. 0-2 to Jesh. Travis Helm next. The Knights getting 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Ryan works out of the stretch with nobody on. The right-hander who had an all Pac-12 spring for the Beavers as a reliever. Kicks and delivers, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's 3 straight strikeouts for Ryan Brown. Ryan had some dominant stretches out of the bullpen. He was just lights out as a closer. But he has evinced an interest, as has his pitching coach Rich Dorman, in Ryan becoming a weekend guy next year, a starter. So this is an important summer with respect to that, as Ryan tries to move back into the role that he had at South Salem High School, namely that of a power starter. His breaking ball misses to Helm. 1-0 the count. Ryan expressed it to me in a conversation we had in a pregame show recently that as much as the adrenaline rush and you love being able to come in and close a game for your team, when you're a closer, there's a lot of sort of off time where you feel like you're not really able to help your club. As a starter, you know you're going to get the ball every weekend and have a chance to deliver a win, a la Cooper, Jerpy, and so many of the other great starters we've seen with the Beavers through the years. Helm takes down and away ball 2, and Ryan would like to make his mark that way perhaps next spring. He said, whatever they want me to do, I'll do, but he'd like to have perhaps a bigger and more consistent role than the, at times, unpredictable nature of the life of a closer. Ryan delivers a 2-0 pitch to Travis Helm for a strike. The count 2-1. 4-0 Knights, top of the third. Ryan to the plate, swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. And Ryan is a strike away from a 4th straight strikeout. On this day back in, I don't remember the year, but El Tiante, Louis Tiant, struck out 19 in a 10-inning game. The 2-2 pitch on the way. There's 4 straight strikeouts. Fastball swung on and missed by Helm. 2 down. And Adam Paganelli, who singled to center field in the first, will come to the plate, the first pitch that he saw. 4-0 Knights in the third. Ryan Brown from the stretch with nobody on. Comes to the plate. Paganelli takes low. Titus Dimitru with the tough sun out and left. He's standing in a patch of bright sunlight. A right-hander throwing in the bullpen behind him for the Lefties. But as the pitch comes plateward, Dimitru holding his right hand up to shield the sun, hoping he can get a good read on contact. The 1-0 pitch from Ryan misses for ball 2, 2-0. The Port Angeles Lefties in town without Golden Tate, who won't rejoin the club until the 8th of July, I'm told. Tate has been perhaps the most impressive player in terms of his resume ever to play in the West Coast League. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 2-1. You don't get many Pro Bowlers. In fact, he's the only buddy ever to play in the Pro Bowl, the only guy I know that has played in this league. The 2-1 pitch is high, at least after his career. Jordan Poyer, Jake Locker, both alums of the West Coast League. The 3-1 pitch from Ryan misses low. Nice job by Paganelli. He gets on with a 2-out walk. Anthony Kadoma will be the hitter. Golden Tate had played in 5 games, was 5 for 19 with 2 doubles and 3 runs batted in, hitting .263, declaring that he was returning to his first love in baseball, coming back into this league at the age of 33. There goes Paganelli. He got a good jump. The throw is not in time. Paganelli stealing it on Ryan Brown. The throw from Quinn actually got down there in a hurry. Good catch by Spencer Scott, but a huge jump for Adam Paganelli to get into scoring position with his second steal of the year. No balls and a strike to Kadoma. The Lefties with an opportunity now to get a run on the board with 2 down with a walk and stolen base. The strike one pitch hit foul to the left. Kadoma's got a little bit of Joe Morgan in him, and it's not a complete Joe Morgan, but he's got that left elbow kind of flapping back into his rib cage with Ryan Brown reading his battery mate, Tyler Quinn. Twitches it several times before the pitch comes plateward, a la the Hall of Famer Joe. The strike 2 pitch missing high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 4-0 Knights, top of the 3rd inning. Ryan ready. A strike away from fanning the side. The righty to the plate. Slap foul past Coach Ramirez in front of the Corvallis Knights dugout. The count remains 1-2 to Anthony Kadoma, who grounded into a double play in the first inning. The Port Angeles Lefties have a player on their roster from Earl Averill country. We've mentioned it, from Snohomish. Earl and Fireworks came together, unfortunately, back in '35. 1-2 the count. Ryan Brown to the plate. Swung on and grounded foul outside of third. It remains 1-2. I've mentioned a couple of baseball and fireworks stories through the years. Earl Averill, a Hall of Famer, had an off year in 1935. I'm not sure how off. I should look up his lifetime stats. He hit .398 one year, did Earl. But he burned his hands testing fireworks around this time of year in 1935 and ended up not being able to grip a bat as well and suffered one of his worst years in the big leagues. A 2-hopper toward second baseman Mason Lee, who fields and throws to Kiko Romero to retire Anthony Kadoma. No runs, no hits, a man left. That might be it for Ryan Brown. I saw someone dispatched to the bullpen as Ryan was finishing up his work in the top of the third. At the end of 2.5, the Knights 4 and Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
1240 Joe Radio.
Brady Lavoie, Ethan Lovelace, and Titus Dimitru. The first 3 hitters due up for the Knights in the bottom of the third. Corvallis leading Port Angeles 4-0. Brady Lavoie showed the way last inning to the 4-run inning with a base hit to lead things off. He fouls the first pitch off here and now swings and drills the 0-1 pitch on one hop into right field, base hit in front of Will Mopler. Lavoie continues to swing a potent bat. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And the batter will be Ethan Lovelace, who struck out swinging in the second. The Knights ended up scoring 4 runs on 3 hits and were helped along the way by 3 Lefties errors. Ethan Lovelace standing in with Lavoie at first, and the first pitch hits Ethan. A rough night for left-hander Andres Quinones. A right-hander was throwing in the bullpen back of him last inning, and this bottom of the 4th has not begun well, and I think we'll see a pitching change coming up here with Titus Dimitru, who tripled and scored last inning, coming to the plate, and in fact the call to the bullpen has gone out. Quinones ends up hitting 2, walking 3, yielding 4 hits and giving up 4 runs, and the 2 runners on base here in the bottom of the 3rd, his responsibility. First and second, nobody out. A new pitcher coming in. A pitching change brought to you by All Pro Property Services. We'll be back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound. When are you gonna start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding? I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I know the guys at Philomath Rental, they'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
1240 Joe Radio.
Well, we have a mystery man again here tonight, and we've dispatched Connor down to the dugout area to try to find out who this pitcher is. They brought in a guy last night that wore number 39 that was called Nelson Smith, but we found that out after a long search. This guy supposedly is Nelson Smith wearing number 39, but it's not the same guy that pitched last night, so we have a mystery on our hands. And the first pitch from the new pitcher, a right-hander to Titus Dimitru, a strike. 4-0 Knights, bottom of the 3rd. 2 on, nobody out. The strike one pitch from the mystery man misses low, and the count 1-1. If I find out that this guy is Nelson Smith, then we're going to have to go back and find out that the guy we had as Nelson Smith last night wasn't really Nelson Smith after all. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Titus Dimitru. 2 on, nobody out. And this right-hander's pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. Connor is attempting to ascertain the name of the guy from somebody near the Port Angeles Lefties dugout. And I will, in the meantime, go into my Johnny Most with talking about, well, the tall guy, the guy with the short hair. When he was trying to do an international game once years ago, the legendary gravelly voice, the late, great Johnny Most, not knowing how to pronounce the names of the Soviet players or a team from Europe, I can't remember, but he just quit trying to pronounce and just started saying the pass over to the long-haired guy, into the big guy, into the little guy. Out to the thick guy. Johnny gave it his best shot. Right now, I'm just saying this is a strong-looking right-handed guy, short hair guy, and he has a count of 1-2 with Brady Lavoie at second, Ethan Lovelace at first. And a breaking ball is whacked to center field, base hit. Holding it for a moment was Lavoie to make sure the ball got down in front of Paganelli. It did, and the bases are loaded with Titus Dimitru greeting a young man by the name of Ryan Orr, the new pitcher. And we don't see a number 39 anywhere. We have Ryan Orr, number 40 out of Olympia, Washington, listed at 40. But Ryan Orr is the new pitcher. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And the bases are loaded. The pitch on the way to Timo Becerra, driven to deep center field. Going back is Lavoie and comes in to score. Timo Becerra with his second run batted in of the night. A sacrifice fly to deep left center field. Brady Lavoie scores his second run. The Knights lead at 5-0. And Ethan Lovelace tags and goes from second to third. And that will bring to the plate Tyler Quinn with runners at first and third and one out. Ryan Orr has indeed come in. Blake Neiman also coming over to inform me. So we've gotten it now out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, out of which every word shall be confirmed. The first pitch in there for a strike to Tyler. 0-1 the count. 5-0. Board on an error, has a chance for an RBI here. First and third, one out. Lovelace at third, Dimitru at first base. A throw to first, driving Titus back. So Ryan Orr not wearing his number 40 that he's listed in as, making his 4th appearance. The right-hander delivers high and inside. 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings coming in for Ryan. His pitch misses to Timo. 1 ball and 1 strike, or to Tyler Quinn, pardon me. There goes Timo, the runner, Titus Dimitru, and he's safely into second with a stolen base. The pitch missing high, and the count 2-1 to Tyler Quinn, who has a chance for a couple of RBIs here now. With the Knights leading 5-0, Ryan Orr will work out of the windup. 6-foot, 190-pounder who competes at Washington State. Breaking ball misses, and the count goes to 3-1 to Tyler Quinn. Spencer Scott on deck. Ryan Orr out of Tumwater High School, a Washington State commit. Kicks and comes back out of the windup with a 3-1 breaking ball in there for a strike. And that runs the count full to 3-2 to Tyler. 5 runs, 5 hits for the Knights. After a brief downturn in their offensive fortunes, losing a pair of ball games 3-1, coming back to life offensively. The 3-2 pitch hits Tyler Quinn. Appeared to hit him in the left elbow area. He appears to be okay as he trots down to first. 2 hit batters in the inning. 3 in the ball game to go with 3 walks. Rough night for Port Angeles. The Knights have reloaded the bases. Spencer Scott has struck out and had a sacrifice fly as he stands back in again. The Knights leading 5-0. The infield a double play depth for the lefties. Ryan Orr works out of the windup, rocks, kicks, and delivers high and inside off the mid of Travis Helm. No movement down the line from third for Ethan Lovelace. Ethan at third, Titus Dimitru at second, Tyler Quinn at first with 1 away. Ryan Orr back to the plate with a 1-0 pitch, hit foul. Off of the facade of Dixon Rec and into the alley. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The pitching change was brought to you by our friends at All Pro Property Services. Out of the windup works Ryan Orr with the sacks full. Comes back with a 1-1 pitch in the turf, and this one gets away from Travis Helm. A wild pitch. Coming down the line to score is Ethan Lovelace. The Knights lead it 6-0. Dimitru into third, and Tyler Quinn into second base. All Pro Property Services is your locally owned option for property cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. Relax, they've got the bases covered at All Pro Property Services. 6-0 Knights in the third. Ryan Orr to the plate, a line drive into right field. It'll drop for a base hit. Titus Dimitru scores. Holding at third base is Tyler Quinn, and the Knights lead it 7-0 on an RBI single to right field for Spencer Scott, his second RBI of the night. Dimitru has tripled, singled, had a stolen base, and scored twice. And that brings Kiko Romero to the plate with runners at the corners and one out. 7-0 Corvallis. Kiko has been hit by a pitch and walked. Tyler Quinn, the runner at third. Spencer Scott at first. Out of the stretch works Ryan Orr. Comes to Kiko, who swings and fouls it at the plate. No balls and a strike. 4 runs in the second inning for the Knights. 3 already here in the third with runners at the corners and one out. From the stretch with the runner going, Spencer Scott, the ball drilled to right field. Going back on it is Will Mofler to make the catch. Tagging up and coming down the line to score from third is Tyler Quinn. Scott retreats to first. The Knights lead it 8-0 on the sacrifice fly to right field for Kiko Romero, who's been up 3 times in the game, is yet to have an at-bat. Kiko picking up the RBI with a solid line drive to right field. For Kiko, his 14th run batted in. Eli Kennel still the team leader in that category with 15. Mason Lee, the hitter. 8-0 Knights in the third. A pair of 4-run innings and still not through here in the bottom of the third inning. Ryan Orr misses in the turf. Ball 1, 1-0. Mason Lee has walked twice. Knights CEO Dan Siegel having a long and enjoyable conversation throughout the inning with his wife Courtney and others. The 1-0 pitch with the runner going is in the turf for ball 2, and Spencer Scott into second base with another stolen base. 2 balls and no strikes. All of these stolen bases add up with another contribution made by our friends at Papay Material Handling to one step closer to home and Community Outreach, Inc. So our thanks for their support, again, of an outstanding cause. A ground ball to the right of the mound, fielded by Ryan Orr, and he runs it to the bag himself, does Ryan, to retire the side. But the Knights batted around last inning. This time they send 8, and 4 of them score. And we are through 3. The Knights 8, and the Port Angeles Lefties nothing. Back in 2 on this between-inning break, and a contest going on that'll take some time. There's going to be some tosses being thrown here through an Oregon State Credit Union sandwich board with a lot of prizes on the line. Oregon State Credit Union, our presenting sponsor. There will be a fireworks show sponsored by the credit union right after the game. So a number of contestants now trying to throw the ball through the hole with prizes at stake. As Will Sampson was educated by Jack in Cuckoo's Nest, it's an old Indian game, put the ball in the hole. In this case, it's put the ball through the hole, and if they do, there will be some big prizes to be gained by a number of our contestants. We will see a new pitcher for the Knights as we go to the 4th. 8-0 Corvallis, back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
The versatile Kubota B Series is a do-it-all tractor, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. You can run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. The Kubota B Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound. When are you gonna start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding? I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I know the guys at Philomath Rental, they'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Corvallis Knights, 8 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Port Angeles, no runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and as I mentioned, a new pitcher in for the Knights. It's right-hander Cam Day, just joining the club out of Utah. And the first pitch from Cam to Riley Parker is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Riley grounded to short in his first at-bat. Cam comes back and misses. Cam was part of the rotation for Coach Henderson this past spring in Salt Lake City. He went 1-6, an ERA of 7.22. The 1-1 fastball in there for a strike. 1-2 the count from Cam. 14 appearances and starts, 62 in the 3rd inning, 50 walks. Or 24 walks, 36 strikeouts. Day delivers, good pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Cam Day records a strikeout in coming into the ball game of Riley Parker. And the batter will be Ethan Floodstrom here in the top of the 4th inning. Cam 6'2", 195 from Layton, Utah. The Deseret News 6A Baseball Player of the Year in 2021. The first pitch from Cam misses low and inside, ball 1, 1-0. Ethan Floodstrom singled to center field off Ryan Brown in the second. One of 2 hits against Ryan. Brown looked good in his second start and will continue to be on a 3 to 4 inning type of pitch count for the rest of the summer. Ethan takes low, ball 2. Cam Day back to the plate. 2-0 fastball, knee high for a strike. Count 2-1 to Ethan Floodstrom. Eight nothing Knights. Top of the 4th inning. Cam to the plate. Misses low and in, ball 3, 3-1. The Knights with 4 in the second, 4 in the third. Cam Day picking up for starter Ryan Brown. Delivers the 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. Cam making his Corvallis Knights debut with the luxury of an 8-run lead. Even so, and maybe even because of that fact, I'm sure not pleased that he issues a walk with the 8-run lead. That brings to the plate Will Muffler. Fastball to Will. Misses a little bit low and away. Ball 1-0. Sellout crowd at Goss of 3,334. Anticipating the big fireworks show after the ball game tonight. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to short. Scott juggles and shovels to Mason Lee, and that's all. A tailor-made double play ball, although Will Muffler runs pretty well. It would have been close at first, but Mason Lee, once he saw Spencer juggle, just came to second to cover and receive the throw, and a double play ball potential averted on the bobble. The fielder's choice goes 6-4. Muffler aboard. 2 down, and Trey Maker, the hitter. Trey struck out against Ryan Brown in the second and swings at the first offering from Cam Day and doesn't get it. No balls and a strike. Maker is a two-way player, a flash out of Fordham. No balls and a strike to Trey Maker. Competes at Fordham, the Jesuit University in New York, but he's from Pearland, Texas. He swings at the strike one pitch and doesn't get it. 0-2 the count to Trey. Maker at .222 with a homer and 4 runs batted in, has 8 appearances on the hill, 13 in the third innings, and an ERA of 2.70. No balls and 2 strikes to Trey Maker. 8-0 Knights, top of the 4th inning. Will Muffler at first, 2 down. Cam Day, the righty, to the plate and drills Trey Maker on an 0-2 pitch. And Isaiah Munoz will come to the plate. Munoz did not play in the first 2 games. He gets the start tonight. I enjoyed seeing a photograph of Isaiah. He just completed a series with the Nanaimo Owls, and Isaiah, someone did, it might have been Isaiah himself, but arranged a photograph of 6 Hawaii commits, fully 6 between Nanaimo and Port Angeles, following a series at Civic Field in beautiful Port Angeles just before coming down here. Munoz, one of them, out of Clovis North in Fresno, on his way, as is Sean Weiss to the University of Hawaii. The first pitch missing high to Isaiah. Day comes back. Cam delivers, swung on and missed, and the count 1-1 to Munoz, who struck out looking against Ryan Brown in the second. We're in the 4th, 8-0 Corvallis. A drone flying overhead, hovering above Ethan Lovelace in center field. The 1-1 fastball missing for ball 2, 2-1. The drone goes beyond the Wilson Motors batter's eye sign in straightaway center. That may be a first in the long history of Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The 2-1 pitch from Day misses for ball 3, 3-1. 8-0 Knights, but Cam flirting with trouble here in the form of a walk, a hit batter, and a 3-1 count to Munoz. Jesh Leckie on deck. Day from the stretch, the 3-1 pitch, whacked foul towards the Omaha room. Lands off the facade of the room and down into the stands below it. The count goes full, 3-2 with 2 down. Will Muffler will run from second, Trey Maker from first. 3-2, 2 down to Isaiah Munoz. From the stretch, the right-hander Cam Day ready, and he looks back and bluffs Muffler back to second base. Well, how about Will's mom, Mary Lou, getting ready for her 39th year as the women's golf coach at the University of Washington. What a legacy. Muffler ready to go. He does. The 3-2 pitch is high to load him up. And that'll bring Jesh Leckie to the plate. An 8-run lead, and Cam has unfortunately not been able to fill up the zone, which is job one at all times, but particularly with an 8-run lead. He's walked 2 and hit a batter, And it's about the only thing, it seems, that could get Port Angeles back in the game. And Jashilecki will try to provide a big hit that could do just that with the bases loaded and 2 down. Day delivers a ground ball back up the middle into center field. Grabbed out there by Spencer Scott, and a big play by Spencer to get to it, ranging to his left. A run does score with Will Mofler coming in to make it 8-1. But if Scott doesn't get the ball, then Trey Maker would have been able to score as well. So a good job by Scott. And I know Spencer feeling it a little bit in that if he fielded the ball cleanly, the double play would have ensued. The inning would have been over long ago. But instead, it's an RBI infield single for Jashilecki to make it 8-1. Travis Helm, the batter, first pitch fastball, misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. But Scott's play, we'll see how big it looms here now. Here comes pitching coach Bo Kearns, and he wants the catcher Tyler Quinn to join the conversation. Looks like Waylon Jennings is in the ballpark tonight, down below and walking through the Jack Riley concourse. Looks like an outlaw with a Waylon Jennings type hat and the sunglasses on. I dare say he's heard that before, and he might even be striving for that look. The great Whaler, Waylon Jennings and the Whalers, the late great. And it appears as almost a spitting image of him walking behind home plate now in the Jack Riley concourse, walking with what appears to be a good-hearted woman. Back to the catcher's crouch will go Tyler Quinn. The bases loaded in the top of the 4th inning. The inning should be over. It isn't. And now with the control issues and the Knights not able to turn what could have been an inning-ending double play, Helm and the lefties trying to take advantage of that. The 1-0 pitch hit foul to the right and out of play. 1-1 to Helm, who struck out against Ryan Brown last inning. We're in the 4th. A run in for the lefties with the bases loaded and 2 down. Day from the windup delivers a fastball for a strike. And the count 1-2, and that's a big pitch under the circumstances for Day. It was borderline, but a nice job by Quinn to frame it up for Chris. 1-2 the count, bases loaded, 2 down. Day trying to get through it. The right-hander turns, comes to the plate, breaking ball down. Ball 2, 2-2. The drone continuing to fly now towards the trees and behind them near the physical plant out beyond the left field fence. The 2-2 pitch from Day. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning is over. Travis Helm goes down, and the damage is small in spite of the lack of control and the Knights not turning what appeared to be a tailor-made double play. The lefties do get a run, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, Corvallis 8 and Port Angeles 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West
go ahead and
Coast
make this
baseball
2,
league titles.
a 2-minute break here.
We
got a pitching change, so go ahead and make it 2,
Does
Garrett.
your business
Thank
need
you.
help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
1240 Joe Radio.
Briley Knight to lead things off for the Corvallis Knights in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Knights leading 8-1. A brand new battery for the Port Angeles Lefties. Left-hander Andrew Houck dealing with catcher Weston Penninger. The first pitch to Briley Knight misses. The 1-0 pitch to Briley, who has grounded to third and flied to right, swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. 8-1 Knights. Bottom of the fourth inning. Houck back to the plate. Briley pulls one foul down the right field line. 1-2 to Briley. Andrew Houck out of Utah Valley. 16 appearances this past spring with 3 starts. Kind of quick pitches, Briley, who hooks one down the right field line. A long run for Will Moeffler. He comes toward the line, but in fair territory, able to make the catch. One away, Briley 0 for 3. Brady LeBoy 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Coming to the plate against left-hander Andrew Houck. From Henderson, Nevada. Played at the College of Southern Idaho. Born in Newport Beach. A Cubs fan, and his favorite player is Mike Trout. So there's a bunch of stuff right there that shows a diversity of likes and experiences. Brady takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Houck back to the plate. Brady lifts one into Urchin Alley, and the count 0-2. But born in Newport Beach, so good for him. That's a great place in the world. A fan of Mike Trout, also in Orange County in Southern California. But a player at Utah Valley, has been at College of Southern Nevada, likes the Cubs. A heterogeneous mix in all of that for left-hander Andrew Houck. 6'2", 190-pounder. The 1-2 pitch on the way, flailed at and missed down in the turf. Penninger will throw into foul territory to his first baseman, Ethan Floodstrom, for the out. Houck has done a nice job. He's gotten 2 quick outs. And that'll bring to the plate Ethan Lovelace, who has struck out and been hit by a pitch. The first pitch from the left-hander Houck misses. Ball 1, left on left now to Ethan Lovelace, with Houck making his 6th appearance. He started 3 games, worked 19 2/3. Lovelace whacks one into center field. Base hit. Adam Paganelli gets the ball back in. A 2-out single for Ethan Lovelace, and Titus Dimitru will come to the plate. In his 19 2/3 coming in, Andrew has allowed 20 hits, walked 5, struck out 15, a record of 3-1. An earned run average of 4.11. 8-1 Knights in the bottom of the fourth inning, seeking a sweep of these Port Angeles Lefties and maintaining at least a 1.5 game lead in the South Division. Dimitru takes a strike. 0-1 the count to Titus. Good ball game again for Titus Dimitru. An RBI triple in the second. He singled and scored and stole a base last inning. Speaking of a stolen base, there goes Lovelace. The throw glances off the glove of the shortstop Riley Parker into center field, and Lovelace races into third on the 4th error of the night for the Port Angeles Lefties. A throwing error on the catcher Weston Penninger. And so the Knights, with 2 down, have Ethan Lovelace at third, and Titus Dimitru looking for another run batted in. The Knights leading 8-1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Houck works out of the stretch. Andrew to the plate and just misses with a breaking ball outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Another trip being made through the stands by our friends with tonight's nonprofit South Willamette Valley Honor Flight. The pitch to Dimitru hit high in the air to deep center field. The wind carries it, but Adam Paganelli able to track the ball in deep left center, goes back to make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, an error, one left. Through 4, the Knights 8 and the Port Angeles Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Adam Paganelli, Anthony Kadoma, and Riley Parker, the scheduled hitters against Knights right-hander Cam Day. As we go to the 5th inning, the Knights leading Port Angeles 8-1. Cam to the plate, fastball fouled into the netting and down into the Port Angeles Lefties dugout area on the first base side. No balls and a strike. Paganelli has singled to center and walked. Cam Day working the third base side of the rubber from the windup, delivers a strike one pitch, and Paganelli continues his outstanding weekend. He lines the strike one pitch into right field, base hit. Paganelli 3 for 5 last night, 2 for 2 tonight. And that'll bring to the plate Anthony Kadoma, who's grounded into a double play and grounded to second. 8 runs, 7 hits for the Knights, a run, 4 hits for Port Angeles. When you visit Corvallis for Knights baseball or whatever brings you our way, we encourage you to stay at your locally owned Best Western Corvallis, with the largest hotel rooms in the city and an outdoor heated pool. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. Cam Day's first pitch to the left-hand hitting Kadoma, a strike, 0-1 the count. Paganelli stole a base on Ryan Brown earlier. Change from Cam, misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kadoma. Paganelli getting the steal, getting a huge jump on Ryan Brown. Held on now by Kiko Romero. 8-1 Knights, top of the 5th. Day delivers, slap foul down the left field line towards the Jacoby Ellsbury clubhouse entrance. The count goes to 1-2. Jacoby, one of the great players out of this league, playing for Bend back in the summer of 2002. Former Corvallis Knight, West Coast League alum Stephen Kwan went 2 for 4 today for the Cleveland Guardians in a 2-0 victory over the Yankees. He's now hitting .280 as Kwani. The pitch on the way to Kadoma, taken. Strike 3 call, good backdoor breaking ball from Cam Day. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Riley Parker, the hitter. Riley has grounded to short and struck out. Cam from the stretch. And the right-hander out of Layton, Utah delivers, and that's stroked into left field for a base hit. Titus Dimitru plays it on a couple of hops. Stopping at second base, Adam Paganelli. Riley Parker with a base hit. Cam Day has allowed 3 hits, and that'll bring Ethan Floodstrom to the plate. The Lefties showed some signs of life last inning. They picked up a run. They did leave the bases loaded. Now they have 2 on with 1 out here. The Knights were able to come back last night from a 6-1 deficit and win. The Knights leading tonight here 8-1 in the 5th before a sellout crowd of 3,334. Day's first pitch, a strike to Floodstrom. No balls and a strike to Ethan. Cam Day leaning in, reading his battery mate, Tyler Quinn. The strike 1 pitch on the way, taken low and away. Will Mofler on deck. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The top of the 5th, a cool but dry evening. There was some question earlier today that it might, at least some speculation, there was a chance of some precipitation. We've missed it. Ground ball slowly Scott's way. He receives, steps on second, throws to first, double play. The inning is over. Spencer Scott doing it himself. 6-3 for the Twin killing. The Knights with their second double play of the night. And down go the Lefties in the 5th. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left through 4.5. It remains the Knights 8 and the Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 8-1 Knights. Timo Becerra takes a strike from Andrew Houck, who comes back and bends a breaking ball in there. 0-2 to Timo, who has 2 RBIs tonight, aboard on an error, but picked up an RBI with the infield back in the 2nd, a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Houck strike 2, pitch to Timo, lined into right field, base hit. An excellent 2-strike approach for Timo Becerra. A leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Knights leading 8-1. And that will bring to the plate the Knights catcher Tyler Quinn. Tyler has hit the ball sharply. Good play by Andres Quinones, one of the few things that went right for Andres tonight. He defended his position well and retired Tyler, taking a base hit away from Quinn in the 1st. Tyler takes a strike from Andrew Houck. Tyler has since been aboard on an error and scored, been hit by a pitch and scored. The Knights with 4 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, lead at 8-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Becerra, a leadoff single. Timo held on by Ethan Floodstrom. The strike 1 pitch to Tyler, swung on and fouled back. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. No balls and 2 strikes, pardon me, to Tyler Quinn with left-hander Andrew Houck, the 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Lefties. Comes 0-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tyler Quinn goes down, the Knights' leading hitter coming into the ball game at .375, is 0 for 3 tonight. Spencer Scott, the batter. Spencer has struck out, had a sacrifice fly, and singled home a run. A pair of RBIs tonight for Spencer, giving him 13 on the summer. Timo Becerra at first. With one out, he goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second is a strike. And Spencer Scott taking the pitch on behalf of Timo Becerra. But Timo is caught stealing. 2 down. No balls and a strike to Spencer, with Timo Becerra not getting the best of jumps against the lefty Houck, and a good throw by Weston Penninger. The strike one breaking ball misses down and in. 1-1 the count. The Knights keep the pressure on constantly in the run game. And we're still only in the 5th, so no shutting down of said run game at this juncture. The 1-1 pitch missing low, ball 2, 2-1. Andrew Houck back to the plate, delivers a 2-1 breaking ball for a strike. That evens the count at 2-2. Kiko Romero on deck. Houck to the plate. The 2-2 pitch lifted to right and playable. Will Moeffler backs up, makes the catch to retire the side. The Knights do not go in order, but for the first time tonight, Port Angeles faces the minimum. We go to the 6th on this Oregon State Credit Union fireworks night. The Knights 8 and the Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi, I'm Katie Albin, and I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Easy to switch attachments, a smooth hydrostatic transmission. The BX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
1240 Joe Radio.
Will Clark into the ball game for the Corvallis Knights, taking over for Cam Day. Ryan Brown started. Cam works 2 innings. Now as we go to the 6th, left-hander Will Clark from Pacific University into the ball game to face Will Moeffler. Will be followed by Trey Maker and then Isaiah Munoz. Clark making his 8th appearance. He's worked 9 innings, 7 hits, is not allowed a run. He's struggled a bit with his control, so he's been able to minimize damage. 8 walks in 9 innings, but none of them have scored. He struck out 9, does not have a decision. An ERA of 0 as he goes to work against Will Moeffler. The first pitch from Will Clark, just outside, ball 1. I sent a text to Will's mother, Mary Lou, just to confirm that I was on the right track with respect to Will and his grandfather, the late Bill Moeffler. And she was kind enough to send an email back, actually, not a text, and confirmed that indeed this young man at the plate now, Will Moeffler, is the grandson of the outstanding journalist at the Oregonian for so many years. 2-0 pitch, ground ball to third. Timo Becerra up with it and throws across to get Will. who previously had bounced into a forced play twice, in fact, scored a run. The only run of the game scored, Mofler in the fourth. Will is out here. One away, and Trey Maker, the hitter. Will told me that a number of his family members went to Oregon State. But Mary Lou went to Seattle, played golf with the Huskies, and is getting ready for her 39th year as the head coach at the University of Washington women's golf program. What an incredible run. Trey Maker takes ball one from Will Clark. The 1-0 pitch, belt high fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count. One out, top of the sixth. 8-1 Knights. Clark kicks and comes to the plate. The 1-1 pitch hit Waldo way, foul to the left and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One of the things that the late Bill Mofler was known for, his coverage of golf, his outstanding writing about golf. So I get a sense that Mary Lou, growing up in a house where that sport was prominent, Bill loved it himself and a great writer about the sport. Mary Lou absorbed all of that growing up in Portland and has been giving back for the last 4 decades as a coach in Seattle, and played golf there, graduated from Washington in 1980. Trey Maker takes high from Will Clark, ball 2, 2-2. Will working quickly, delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Isaiah Munoz will come to the plate. Two down and nobody on. Will Clark comes to the plate, and the first pitch misses outside. Ball 1, 1-0. We've seen some interesting things in this ball game. Have not seen either side retired 1, 2, 3. Will Clark would like to change that right here. The 1-0 pitch, foul back. The count 1-1 to Isaiah, who has struck out and walked. The 1-1 pitch from Will Clark, very high, ball 2, 2-1. A doubleheader tomorrow, unscheduled, rescheduled from games that were rained out. Yes, rained out in the summer of 2022 earlier in the year. Scheduled games in Portland washed away, and so they have been rescheduled for a twin bill tomorrow. We'll have them both for you here on 1240 Joe Radio. 3:30 for game 1 and 7 o'clock for the second game. The pitch on the way, foul back, and the count goes to 3-2. I asked Brooke Knight before the game, I said, what if that 3:30 game you have a Grover Cleveland Alexander type performance? The pitch on the way, we still won't see a 1-2-3 inning. Lashed into center field for a base hit. Isaiah Munoz, a 2-out single, and the batter will be Jesh Leckie, who has struck out and had an infield single. 8-1 Knights in the top of the sixth. Grover Cleveland Alexander once famously pitched. Now the other guy, I have no idea. Now back in the days of no media breaks and all of that, and pitchers who would finish what they started, but Grover Cleveland Alexander once threw a 9-inning shutout in 58 minutes. The first pitch missing, ball 1, 1-0 to Leckie. I asked Brooke, I said, what if you had a Grover Cleveland Alexander type effort? And I said a 2-hour game in game 1. Game over at 5:30. The 1-0 fastball, a strike, and the count 1-1. Would you play game 2 of that doubleheader tomorrow shortly thereafter? I said, nope, we're going at 7. Now, who knows how long game 1 could go, but it's a 3:30 and 7 o'clock doubleheader. The 1-1 pitch to Leckie, swung on and fouled back, and the count 1-2. We'll have him tomorrow on the 4th of July, our nation's 246th birthday. Fireworks tonight after this ball game. 8-1 Knights in the 6th. Will Clark trying to move us closer to the fireworks celebration. Looking for the third out here in the 6th inning. Allowing a 2-out single to Munoz. Now delivers a 1-2 breaking ball in the turf. 2-2 to Jesh. 8 runs, 8 hits for the Knights. A run, 6 hits, but 4 errors for Port Angeles. The Knights seeking a sweep of the Lefties and maintaining their hold on first in the West Coast League South. Clark's 2-2 fastball, very high. Ball 3, 3-2. Travis Helm, the on-deck hitter. Munoz will take off on the pitch. Kiko Romero playing behind the runner. Will ready, and the 3-2 pitch is ball 4. Hits Isaiah, the hitter, Lecky. Either way, it's a free pass. So on the hit batsman down to first base goes Lecky. Weston Penninger will come to the plate. He took over for Travis Helm. Penninger getting his first at-bat of this ball game. The right-hand hitting catcher steps in with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 6th inning. 8-1 Knights. Out of the stretch works Clark. Delivers. Breaking ball down and in. Ball 1, 1-0. Big Weston Penninger, 6'4", 200. Out of Howard College, out of the box for a moment. And now Clark to the plate. The 1-0 fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. On this date in baseball, Major League Baseball history, 100 years ago today, and it would have been a day game, the 1-1 pitch, fastball swung on and missed. The Hall of Famer Rube Marquard. Rube Marquard won his 19th consecutive game within a season 100 years ago today. 19 in a row. It's a pretty good run. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. 8-0, or 8-1 Knights in the 6th. Will Clark trying to bring the 6th to a close. The pitch is chopped foul by Penninger, who stays up there 1-2. Now, the streak came to an end. I find this one of baseball's oddities. In his next start, on July 8th of 1912, his 19-game win streak ended in Chicago, and it ended because Rube was distracted. A woman climbed a tree outside of the Cubs' home ballpark. Climbed a tree, and at the start of the game and throughout the game just kept yelling at Marquard and distracted him, and Rube lost, and the streak ended at 19. Now that's a tale of lore. Somehow this woman was motivated. We're going to end the Marquard streak, and she took it upon herself to go Zacchaeus, climb a tree, and yell at Rube Marquard throughout the game. And Rube afterwards said, "She got me." 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 out. Pitch is swung on and hit over my head and into Urchin Alley. Now, Rube Marquard is an interesting character in baseball history, and perhaps the woman on the north side just knew, hey, we can get to Marquard this way. It's a pretty good strategy. It worked. The 2-2 pitch on the way, very high, a back pick down to first, short hop by Kiko Romero, who was playing off the bag. Jesh Lecky gets back in safely. The count goes 3-2 to Penninger. Will Clark does not want to flirt with the bases loaded with the good hitter, and Adam Paganelli on deck with Port Angeles trying again to find some life offensively. The runners go on the pitch. The 3-2 pitch is hit on 1 hop, knocked down by Becerra. Stays with it, throws to Romero for the out. The inning is over. Nice job by Timo. That ball was ripped, and Becerra knocked it down, and that's all he needed to do because of how quickly it got on him. And Penninger, the catcher running, was able to recover and get the out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Good job by Timo. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still the Knights 8 and the Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, bind success.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
1240 Joe Radio.
Kiko Romero against Andrew Houck to lead things off in the bottom of the sixth inning. The Knights leading Port Angeles 8-1. Kiko swings at the first pitch and hits it foul walled away to the left. 0-1 the count. Kiko's been hit by a pitch, walked, and had a sacrifice fly. The strike one pitch fouled straight back, left on left, Houck to Romero, 0-2 the count. Mason Lee on deck with Briley Knight to follow. 4 runs for the Knights in the second, 4 more in the third. The only salvo for the Port Angeles Lefties in the fourth. 0-2 to Kiko, Houck delivers, down and away, ball one, 1-2. Our thanks to Oregon State Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's ball game and the fireworks show. If you live or work in one of 24 western or central Oregon counties, you're entitled to membership in the full financial services of the Oregon State Credit Union. Romero lifts one foul down the left field line, moving into foul territory to grab it, Jesh Leckie. One away in the bottom of the sixth. Mason Lee, the hitter. You can join the credit union online at OregonStateCU.com or at one of their 12 branches. Oregon State Credit Union, investing in all of our communities and dedicated to making our local lives with financial solutions a whole lot better. Ground ball wide of third. A diving stop by Kadoma. Gets up and throws out Mason Lee. Good play by Kadoma. Diving to his left on the turf. Quickly 2 away in the sixth. Briley Knight, the batter. And the credit union sponsoring again the biggest fireworks show of the season before a sellout crowd of 3,334. 2 down, nobody on for Briley, 0 for 3. Andrew Houck to the plate. Briley takes high, ball one. This ball game has not seen a 1-2-3 inning. Briley hoping to be a guy to keep that streak going against Houck. The 1-0 pitch from Andrew misses high, ball 2, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, breaking ball just missed. Ball 3. 3-0 to Briley. Brady Lavoie on deck. And we'll see a hitter for Brady, it looks like. The 3-0 pitch is a strike to Briley. Eli Kennel has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck area. It appears as though he would hit against the lefty Andrew Houck. The 3-1 pitch to Briley taken just outside for ball 4. It is not our manifest destiny to see a 1-2-3 inning tonight, evidently. And that's good because Briley gets on base and gives Eli Kennel a chance to come to the plate. Kennel, the pinch hitter for Brady Lavoie. And the first pitch with Briley going is a strike. The throw to second, not in time. Briley Knight getting a steal. And now Eli Kennel with an opportunity to pick up a run batted in. Kennel is the club leader in that category with 15. And that's another gift by Papay Material Handling to Community Outreach, Inc. One step closer to home. The strike one pitch to Eli misses high. The count 1-1. Bottom of the sixth inning, 8-1 Knights. Andrew Houck to the plate. Kennel swings and fouls it back, and the count 1-2. Really a good-looking swing for Eli Kennel. He doesn't get cheated, gets a good rip. He's going to be a guy, and Brooke Knight and I were talking about Eli before the game, just about how conscientious he is in all facets of the game and getting better defensively. The 1-2 pitch, down and away, ball 2, 2-2, and because of the great work ethic and attitude that he brings, he will fit in very well with his hometown team, the Beavers, next spring. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 8-1 Knights, bottom of the sixth. Briley Knight from second with 2 down. Houck to the plate. Breaking ball just missed. And the count goes full to 3-2. Ethan Lovelace waiting his turn. Eli Kennel getting his first at-bat of the night. The 3-2 pitch, hook foul into the Omaha room area, the stands down below, and a fan, after some momentary concern, crowd went kind of silent for a moment. That ball went rocketing into the stands, and then a fan held the ball up triumphantly like, hey, I'm okay. 3-2 the count with 2 down. Briley Knight getting his lead from second. The 3-2 pitch, Eli fights it off. A lot of youngsters in the ballpark for tonight's fireworks show. I'm trying to remember the film where, I don't know if it's a dinosaur or somebody walking through and steps on a character, and you hear a character say, I'm okay. And then another big step from the big creature, and the character says, I'm still okay. That's what it felt like for a moment down below the Omaha room. The 3-2 pitch to Eli, lofted into the twilight to shallow left. Coming in is the left fielder Leckie, calling off the shortstop Riley Parker to make the catch. The inning is over. For the Knights in the sixth, no runs, no hits, a man left. We go to the seventh before the sellout crowd anticipating the big fireworks show. It remains the Knights 8 and the Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Hey veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Corvallis Knights 8 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Port Angeles 1 run, 6 hits, and 4 errors. Adam Paganelli swings at Will Clark's first pitch, fouls it back of the plate. The 0-1 offering from Will just outside. 1-1 the count. Will Clark and Tyler Quinn, the Knights' battery. Kiko Romero at first. Mason Lee at second. Spencer Scott at short. Timo Becerra at third. Titus Dimitru in left. Ethan Lovelace in center. Now Eli Kennel in right. 2-1 pitch from Clark in the turf. Ball 3, 3-1. Adam Paganelli is 2 for 2 with a walk drawn. So a good night for Adam. The Knights leading 8-1. Will Clark to the plate with a 3-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate by Paganelli. And the count is full, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Paganelli swings and hits one just foul down the right field line. Adam out of Maple Valley, Washington. Sacramento City College. Had a very good series. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Paganelli. Anthony Kadoma on deck with Riley Parker to follow. Cool, cloudy evening, but that has not deterred this 4th of July weekend crowd on this 3rd of July. Tomorrow, the national holiday. Will Clark delivers ball 4 to Paganelli, which will draw a visit from pitching coach Bo Kearns. Will hit a batter last inning in Josh Leckie. Anthony Kadoma will be the hitter. Anthony is grounded into a double play, grounded to second, and struck out. Bo Kearns out for a visit here in the top of the 7th with the Knights leading 8-1. There was a defensive change made that Blake Neiman apprises me of. Sitting outside adjacent to the booth, don't always get the latest changes, but Xander Darby, and I'm glad because he was our pregame show guest, Xander now taking over at shortstop. So again, for the Knights defensively, Clark and Quinn, the battery, Kiko Romero at first, Mason Lee at second, Xander Darby at shortstop here in the top of the 7th inning. Timo Becerra at third with Titus Dimitru in left, Ethan Lovelace in center, and Eli Kennel in right. 8-1 Knights, top of the 7th inning. Will Clark to the plate in the turf. Ball 1, 1-0. Knights pitching tonight. Ryan Brown, Cam Day, and now Clark have yet to retire the lefties in order. Corvallis does enjoy an 8-1 lead. The 1-0 pitch, slap foul by Kadoma. Anthony taking a hack and hitting it just above the Knights' dugout on the third base side. 1-1 the count. The Knights have issued 5 free passes on the evening. Clark delivers, a breaking ball misses, and the count 2-1. The Knights winning the first 2 games of the series, 11-1, and rallied to win last night 10-6. Lead this one 8-1. Clark's breaking ball very high, and the count goes to 3-1. Not exactly sure what the nature of Bo Kearns' message was, but certainly with a 7-run lead, Bo was not pleased, nor was anyone, to see a leadoff walk, and now 3-1 to Kadoma. Anthony swings, a comebacker. Clark throws a one-hopper to Darby at second, and the throw to first is not in time. The Knights missing another opportunity for a double play ball on the low throw by Will Clark. If he just gets the ball up to Darby, Xander would have been able to come across and get the double play. Brooke Knight now out to the mound. So as it is, it goes as a fielder's choice, 1-6. 1 away. Paganelli retired at second. Riley Parker will be the hitter, and we'll have a pitching change break coming up. A 2-minute break here in the top of the 7th inning with Will Clark coming out We'll take a 2-minute pitching change break and away to right-hander coming in out of the bullpen in the 7th. The Knights 8 and the Lefties 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
When you think of Albin's, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? Woo! With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
1240 Joe Radio.
The call to the bullpen, sponsored by All Pro Property Services, your locally owned option for property cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. Relax. All Pro Property Services has the bases covered. All Pro Property Services, you can find them on Facebook. And the call to the bullpen goes out to Josh Emanuels, the right-hander from the University of Washington. Josh will go to work against Riley Parker with the Knights leading the Lefties 8-1. 1 out, a man aboard, top of the 7th. Emanuels' first pitch is a fastball for a strike to Riley Parker, who is grounded to short, struck out, and singled to left. No balls and 1 strike. Emanuels looks over at first, where Anthony Kadoma is held on by Kiko. Delivers a good fastball, swung out and missed. Parker down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Parker is the young man out of Earl Averill country on this roster from Snohomish. Cal State San Bernardino player. He swings at the strike 2 pitch and lines it bare down the left field line in the corner. Anthony Kadoma gets to third. He will be sent home by Coach Ramirez and will score on the double by Riley Parker, who continues his strong hitting here in the summer of 2022. Now the Corvallis Knights 8 and the Port Angeles Lefties 2. And what do you know? A leadoff walk comes in to score. Now 8-2. The Knights in front. And Ethan Floodstrom, the batter. Ethan has singled to center, walked, and grounded into a 6-3 double play. Riley Parker picking up his 19th run batted in with a double into the corner. Now 8-2 Knights in the 7th. Josh Emanuels comes to Floodstrom, and he hits that one back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Parker will stop at third. The throw comes through all the way to the plate. Holding at first base will be Ethan Floodstrom. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Will Mulfler, the batter. 8-2, the Knights in front. The Lefties pull even in the hit column. 2 runs on 8 hits for Port Angeles. The Knights 8 runs and 8 hits. First and third, and one out. Josh Emanuels will try to throw himself a double play ball. The Knights have 2 tonight. Would love to turn another one right here. The right-hander ready. Emanuels with runners at the corners and one out delivers. First pitch strike to Will Moeffler. 0-1 the count. Out of the stretch works the right-hander Josh Emanuel. Comes to the plate with the 0-1. Good fastball. Swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. Josh Emanuel's making his 6th appearance, 8 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 3, struck out 11. First and third, one out, a run in for the Lefties here in the top of the 7th inning. Trying to stay alive. They need to cash in this opportunity. The strike 2 pitch, fisted foul off the facade of Dixon Rec and bounces down into Urchin Alley. The count remains 0-2 to Will Moeffler. Riley Parker at third, Ethan Floodstrom at first, one out. Emanuel's the 4th pitcher of the night for the Knights. Delivers a full swing nearly. No swing, says the first base umpire, Isaac. Will was fortunate there. He nearly took a full hack at it, but still has life with the generous call by our base umpire, Isaac. He didn't call many strikes last night either, so he's consistent. 1-2 to Will Moeffler, first and third, one out. Out of the stretch works Emanuels. Comes to the plate, misses. The pitch glancing off the mid of Tyler Quinn. Holding at first base, Ethan Floodstrom. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. On a cool, cloudy 3rd of July. People bundled up all around me, blankets out. It's that type of evening, but it stayed dry, and we're looking forward to a big fireworks show shortly. The 2-2 pitch, a line drive to right center field. Base hit. Dropping the ball is Eli Kennel in right field after playing it on a couple of hops. He gets the ball back in. Coming in to score, and Riley Parker, now 8-3 Knights. An RBI single for Will Moeffler, who probably should have struck out on the check swing, but does a nice job to send the ball the other way. Floodstrom stops at second. 2 runs in the inning. The Knights are, in the phrase, they're fooling around a little bit. They can let the Lefties back in it if they're not careful. It's now 8-3 in the 7th with 2 on and 1 out. The pitch to Trey Maker, the left-handed hitter, is a strike. 0-1 the count, but only 1 out in the inning and 2 runs in. And the Lefties, to their credit, have been putting some form of pressure on over the last couple of innings. The Knights have been able to get out of a couple of dicey situations. The strike 1 pitch on the way, chased and missed, and the count 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, he climbed up there. No balls and 2 strikes. A youngster went into the parkour routine up on the roof trying to gather a baseball and had to be helped down by one of the security members here at Goss Stadium. The strike 2 pitch taken, strike 3 called to Trey Maker, 2 down. It's a big out, but the Knights still need another one. Good pitch from Emanuels. Isaiah Munoz to the plate. Isaiah has struck out, walked, and singled to center. Port Angeles has out-hit the Knights tonight at 9-8. The Knights still with an 8-3 lead, but we saw a ball game tighten up dramatically last night in the form of a 3-run home run for the Knights' Brady Lavoie, turning a 5-run deficit into a 2-run deficit on one big swing of the bat. The first pitch to Munoz, taken high, ball 1, 1-0. 8-3, top of the 7th inning. Ethan Floodstrom at second, Will Moeffler at first. The 1-0 pitch, fastball from Emmanuel's fouled straight back. The count 1-1. Baseball and fireworks have gone together for a long time. As we await our show here tonight, moving steadily towards it. Emmanuel's delivers, good slider, swung on and missed in the count 0-2. The late great Bill Veeck, the Hall of Famer. Comiskey Park got a fireworks show going earlier than anticipated because of gnats swarming Hoyt Wilhelm at Comiskey in 1959. Emmanuel's is 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled at the plate. It remains 1-2. Hoyt Wilhelm of the Orioles was getting swarmed by gnats. They brought out spray. That didn't do it. They brought out torches. That didn't do it. There was a post-game fireworks show planned. Bill Veeck said, let's bring a smoke bomb out, set it up on the mound, and that got the gnats. The game resumed, and the fireworks ensued later. The 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball, check swing in the turf, gathered by Tyler Quinn. He tags out Isaiah Munoz to retire the side, but Port Angeles gets a couple to hang in there. They leave 2, and at the end of 6.5, we go to our 7th inning stretch. We have a new sponsor we're grateful for our 7th inning stretch here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. At Home Properties. At Home Properties sponsoring Take Me Out to the Ball Game is a service-oriented property management company committed to providing a personal, friendly experience to each of their customers. At Home Properties sponsoring 7th inning stretch and Take Me Out to the Ball Game, even older than Rube Marquardt's 19-game winning streak. 1908 for this one. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Knights 8, the Lefties 3, 12:40 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
First ball swinging, Ethan Lovelace, a one-hopper to Anthony Kadoma, the third baseman, who short hops but throws high. And now a pickoff play, but a poor throw from the first baseman, Ethan Floodstrom. They had Lovelace picked, but Floodstrom threw a ball to Riley Parker, the shortstop, that was way to the right of Parker, who wasn't able to receive the throw and come back and make a tag. So Lovelace gets a stolen base after getting aboard on the 5th error of the night for Port Angeles. The first pitch to the left-handed hitter Logan Johnstone, pinch hitting for Titus Dimitru, misses inside. 8-3 Knights, bottom of the 7th inning. Andrew Houck, the left-hander, still in there. Now he turns and throws to second. A high throw to the shortstop Parker, with Lovelace showing a notion to try to steal third base. Andrew Houck throwing high to Parker, Lovelace scrambling back. 1-0 to Logan Johnstone, hitting for Dimitru against the left-hander Hauk in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another pickoff play. And again, getting back to the bag is Ethan Lovelace. Bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Knights. Port Angeles getting a couple of runs in the top of the inning. Wanted to keep it as close as possible. The 1-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 1-1 to Johnstone. Titus Dimitru had another good ball game. A triple for a run batted in the second. Singled and scored in the third. 1 ball and 1 strike to Logan Johnstone, who swings and hits a ground ball to first. Ethan Floodstrom goes to a knee to block it. Steps on the bag for the out on the play. Ethan Lovelace advances to third. And that'll bring Timo Becerra to the plate with a chance to add to the Knights' lead. And after seeing Port Angeles close to within 5, the Knights would love to get another run and just to kind of get back to a comfort zone with respect to winning this ball game. The Port Angeles Lefties bring their infield in, hoping to cut down Lovelace at the plate. First pitch to Becerra, misses in the turf, ball 1, 1-0. Timo's had a good ball game, an RBI in the second, a sacrifice fly for his second RBI in the third, and single to right in his last at-bat. 8-3 Knights, bottom of the 7th. Andrew Hauk out of the stretch. The left-hander's 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled into the mitt of the catcher, Weston Penninger, to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. With the infield in, Hauk comes set. Lovelace the lead from third. The pitch to Timo on the inside corner, strike 2. Bill Veck's act worked in 1959, bringing in the smoke bomb as part of what was going to be a fireworks show, and it did play in 59. The following year, Bill Veck introduced an exploding scoreboard at Comiskey with fireworks coming from the top of the board. The 1-2 pitch to Becerra, a fly ball into shallow right field. The outfielders collide. Mofler and Paganelli. The ball gets by Paganelli into right center field. Rounding third, on his way to the plate, trying to score is Becerra, and he does. It's probably going to be scored an inside the park home run to put the Knights up 10-3. The important thing, though, here is to make sure that the outfielders who are both down are going to be okay. Will Mofler comes up limping on his right leg and ankle. The center fielder, Paganelli, who collided with Will in pursuit of the ball, is still sitting on his haunches out in right center field. That was a scary moment with Mofler on the run and not able to make the catch as Will came over. Will collided with Paganelli, who was in hot pursuit, and both are now sitting. Mofler sitting on his haunches, and Paganelli, the center fielder, lying on his back, kind of in a sit-up posture, his knees bent, lying on his back out in right center field. Michaela, the team trainer for the Corvallis Knights from PT Northwest, out to take a look at Paganelli. Mofler sits. Will was putting a little pressure a few moments ago on his leg, but it appeared as though it was his right knee or ankle that was bothering him. And what may be ailing Paganelli, we just don't know at the moment. But it was a fierce collision, not dead on. They didn't hit each other full speed, but Paganelli and Mofler came together with more of a clip, it seemed, on Paganelli's part on Mofler. With Will staying a little bit high, Paganelli kind of going low, trying to catch the ball as he ran, did Paganelli to his left. Mofler was moving to his right. Both were at close to full speed to try to catch that fly ball in the alley, and both are still sitting. Now Mofler gets up, shaking his right leg. Paganelli is still sitting, perhaps went through some concussion protocol with Michaela. Michaela comes over to ask Will how he's doing. Paganelli is slowly trying to rise up to his feet He's down on his right knee in right center field. Mofler is up. Paganelli gets up. Both are worse for wear. Paganelli appears to be limping on his left leg. Mofler on his right. And now the two outfielders who just came together a few minutes ago in a frightening collision. We'll see about whether, I doubt whether either can stay in the game, given the nature of the collision and just precaution that should be served here. We'll see probably a new right fielder and a new center fielder. And if these players both come out, you will hear a great ovation for both. Will Mofler, the right fielder, Adam Paganelli in center. It's good to see that they're both on their feet. Yes, Blake, what's going on? Blake asking, did I consider that an inside-the-park home run? And yes, I do. Now, just simply because of the difficulty of the play and the fact that the players came together at near high speed. Both are walking towards the Port Angeles Lefties dugout on the first base side, and they put their arms around each other. It's a no-fault situation here. And now perhaps in the long run somebody could say, well, we need to communicate better to avoid such scenarios. But both guys were giving a full-out 100% effort to try to reel that little looping fly ball in. And maybe one called, maybe they both called simultaneously. Both are limping off the field. I'm not sure I've ever really seen this before in a ball game. Paganelli limping on his left leg, Will Mofler on his right. They both were smiling and had their arms around one another moments ago. We're going to see two new outfielders come into the game for the Port Angeles Lefties. And a smattering of applause for the two young men. The ovation should have been louder, quite frankly. And they both come out after making a great effort to try to catch that pop fly off the bat of Timo Becerra, which in the end becomes an inside-the-park home run. We're going to take a 2-minute break and come back and find out who our outfielders are. The Knights lead at 10-3. We'll be back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
You can bring it back to me after this spot, please, Garrett. I don't know if this is 2 minutes or not, but come back after this spot,
Don't call that
please.
800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Luca DiPaolo pinch hitting for Tyler Quinn and the left-hander Andrew Houck after the inside-the-park home run and collision and two outfielders Paganelli and Mulfler leaving, has worked the count to DePaulo, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 change is swung out and missed, strike 3. Good pitch from Houck. 2 down in the inning. And Spencer Scott, who was replaced by Xander Darby, will not get an opportunity for an at-bat. Xander took over defensively in the top of the 7th inning. I really enjoyed the pregame conversation with a young man out of Palo Alto High School and UCSB, where he hit 7 home runs in the spring for Coach Checketts, whom he referred to, and rightly so, as a mastermind. Good description of an outstanding baseball man in Coach Checketts. Darby homered last night, takes a strike here. The 0-1 pitch swung out and missed, and the count 0-2. Not sure I've ever seen 2 outfielders walk off the field at the same time. No, that's not true. It is for a Knights game. The strike 2 pitch swung out and missed, strike 3. In Utah, I saw Michael Conforto and Joey Matthews walk off after colliding with one another 10 years ago. The Knights get 2, an inside the park home run for Timo Becerra. We'll try to sort out the outfield personnel between innings. We go to the 8th. The Knights 10, the Port Angeles Lefties 3 on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit Tax and Wealth